Hello and welcome to the third and final video in this mini-series. I'm Reverend Herty, your host, and this is the Psychic Mechanics mini course series. We are on Key 3, Trusting and Acting on Intuitive Information. This is, of course, with spiritualmechanic.com, so let's go ahead and dive on in. All right, so what you're going to learn in this video, we're going to do a quickie review of what we covered in the last two videos. We'll talk about why this is the golden key. We'll talk about how to build your trust and action muscles, the 1-minute process that will get you actionable info. This is awesome. This is one of my favorite tools of all time whenever I don't have time to tune in the traditional way. And then we will have the last and final Psychic Mechanics challenge. So I know that's exciting. All right, the 3 keys of psychic development. Number 1, receiving information from the universe. So this is where the universe sends you info. And then the second key is where you get to interpret this info so you know what it means for you and you are able to take appropriate and aligned action from it. Now, step 3 is where you actually take that action, where you take action and it's aligned and you feel good about it and you trust the universe. So this is a process. And we are, of course, on key 3. So why is this the golden key? Why do I call it the golden key? Information that you don't act on is useless. So that's just the truth of it. If you have information and you don't take action, then that information is just something that's in your mind somewhere. Next, misunderstandings and problems with interpretation are revealed in this step. So if you have trouble with key 2 interpretation, then this step will show it. Things won't quite pan out right or won't feel right, or you'll be going through it and everything will go sideways. So this is the step where you get to really test whether your interpretation is accurate. So this is crucial for that. And this is where the real magic and change in your life happens. So presumably, you want to use your intuition to stay on path, to feel good about the actions you're taking, and to possibly have some goal manifest in your life, to have some intention manifest in your life. And so if you never take action on the nudges from the universe, on the intuitive hits you receive, then you miss out on the entire wealth of experience and peace and all of that comes with it. So those changes won't happen if you don't take action. Confidence and a good relationship with the universe happens here in this step. So especially if you've had confidence issues or not a good relationship with the universe, you feel like the universe or world is against you, then this is the step that helps heal that dynamic, step by step, one intuitive hit at a time. And if you have trust issues and feelings of lack of safety with the world or with yourself, or any of that, then this is also what it's going to heal. Because if you take action and you get good results, then it helps repair any of the issues, especially if you had, a lot of people who are intuitive had a difficult childhood. Now, this may or may not apply to you, but if you did, then this can really assist you in developing a good, healthy trust with the universe and really feel comfortable and safe here in the physical world. So this is just my favorite key of the bunch. All right. How to build your trust and action muscles. This is really important. You want to build them up nice and strong. If you have doubts about anything in your life, you want to align with the universe. To build trust, you have to have open communication. And if you withhold your personal truth, even if you know technically that it's incorrect, if you withhold that inner truth, then it's not going to get healed. And so you want to express your doubts in a healthy way to the universe in an open dialogue. So this isn't you just throw your doubts at the universe and then get mad at it and shut yourself off. This is where you express your doubts and you are open to the universe showing you an appropriate way to deal with the doubts or to receive an answer about wherever you're feeling insecure or doubtful. All right, so this is where you get feedback. Then you want to be persistent about addressing your internal blocks. Everyone has them. If you have a pulse, you might have an internal block somewhere. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing. This is a product of being human with a body-mind system. Sometimes we mislearn things and then that creates a block. That's it. So this includes feelings of unworthiness. If you're an empath, this is the solar plexus chakra issue 95% of the time. The feelings of unworthiness tend to live in that feeling that we are not enough. Feelings of lack of safety. This is generally a root chakra issue. If you're not familiar with the chakras, I've got a wonderful resource. Just go to spiritualmechanic.com, put your name and email address in, and you'll get a little chakra handout and a meditation. It's awesome. Just do it. All right. So basically, if you have feelings of lack of safety, this is a root chakra issue. And if you have anxiety about anything, this can be a wide range of chakra issues. It just depends on what the anxiety is about. But this is about addressing those on an internal level. So this is all about you looking at those feelings of unworthiness and releasing them because they're not necessary, and finding the real truth, the spiritual truth in it. It's about allowing yourself to feel safe with yourself and the universe, and allowing yourself to release fears and anxiety as you go, and learning how to do that. All right, so you want to be persistent about that because that makes it easier to trust and take action. Part of this, now you'll notice I talked first about having an open log with the universe, and then about addressing your own internal blocks. So that's perfectly fine. And you can even use your intuition to start address them. So you don't necessarily have to do this alone. And there are lots of resources out there to address them. Then after that, this is the most important, but I wanted to save it for last because I wanted to address the other two first. When you get an intuitive hit that is actionable, that you know how to take action on, take action as quickly as you can. If you know what to do and you have a clear path to do it, take action in faith as best you can. And this shows the universe that you trust it, and you'll be rewarded in kind. Even if it doesn't pan out perfectly, if there's a problem with interpretation or anything else, the universe will give you more intuitive hits, and it will help you learn how to interpret it correctly so you can stay on track. The universe wants nothing but the best for you. So take action as quickly as you reasonably can. Don't do anything destructive, obviously, in order to take action. But as soon as it's reasonable, take action. And most of the time, it's a lot easier to take action than we give ourselves or the universe credit for. And often, we don't have to take huge action immediately. All right, so build your trust and action muscles. This is how you do it. Let's dive into the 1-minute process. So this is one of my favorite processes because it allows you to get simple yes/no answers immediately. I'm talking a few minutes. You can do this process in less than 5 minutes. And with a little bit of practice, you can do this on the go and in almost any situation. So with practice, this is and can be one of the best tools for listening to your intuition and making decisions as you live your life. This is a beautiful process. So basically, in a nutshell, you listen to your heart, right? So you want to listen to your heart, and the heart is really good for yes/no questions. It can or cannot be, it depends on your intuitive style a little bit, but in generalization here, it will give you immediate feedback, but it's best with yes/no questions. It doesn't usually give a lot of clarity or huge downloads all at once. This is yes/no, are you on the right track or not? So basically, contraction in the heart area equals a no. Expansion feelings equals yes. That's the process. All right. So before you start this process, you don't have to do it now, but you want to get 2 to 3 action-oriented questions ready and make sure they can be answered with a yes or a no. And so you want to ask questions that are yes/no based. For instance, would it be wise to call the plumber today, right? I'm just using something really, really simple. And probably you don't even need your intuition to figure this out, but just go with me here. I'm showing you how you can set up these questions, all right? Is it wise to call the plumber today? And then you get that feeling, expansion or contraction, expansion or contraction, all right? And then you want to get 2 to 3 questions like that. And I'm talking about things that you can take action on, that you know how to take action on, and you're simply trying to decide whether or not to act on them. And then now that you have your questions, you want to relax just a little bit, especially if you live your life in your head. You're a thoughts strong person. You think, you analyze. Then you want to focus on the body. You want to follow your breath for a few breaths and settle into the body. And then you want to I'm missing a bullet point here. Go with it. You want to ask one of your questions. So you want to ask one of your questions, and then you want to write down your answer. Write it out on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be long. It can be contraction, expansion. If there's anything else that comes to mind, write it out as well. And then you want to do the same thing for your other questions. If you have one other question, do it for the second question. If you have 3 questions, do it for all 3. All right, now congratulations, you have actionable info. That's all you need to do. All right, let's get to the third and final challenge. So you have 2 options here. If you did complete the challenge number 2 yesterday in the interpretation video, go ahead and break it down to 1 action step that will take you 5 to 15 minutes to do today. Do not wait. Just trust yourself, trust the universe, trust that it's going to work out perfectly. Go to the Spiritual Mechanic Facebook group after you complete this 5 to 15 minutes. You can do it right the heck now if you want. Then tell us your wins, and I will give you a glitter cat. That's my little carrot on a stick for you. So I'll give you a glitter cat. We'll all celebrate. Number 2, if you did not complete challenge number 2, if you didn't watch the video, or you just didn't complete the process because it intimidated you or whatever, just go back and complete that if you feel called to. Otherwise, use the 1-minute process to receive guidance and take action today. Make sure that you use the 1-minute process for something you can do in 5 to 15 minutes. Once you complete it, share it in the Spiritual Mechanic Facebook group and tell us your wins. And yes, I have a glitter cat waiting for you as well. So I don't discriminate. All right, so go ahead and do this challenge and let us know how it goes. I'm really excited for you. If something went glitchy, go ahead and comment in the group. I'll go ahead and help you figure it out as best I can. So that's how we'll do this, and I hope to see you there. Go ahead and share it, and thank you for watching. If you loved these series, if it really resonated with you, then you'll want to consider the Psychic Mechanics course. I talk about all of these things in a lot more depth, and I outline them much more clearly, and I give you lots of really great tools to use. So if you liked it, consider the Psychic Mechanics course. All right, I'll see you next time.